Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Now, it has been a while since I did a video, but I'm glad to be back, and that is all that matters, right? So don't be afraid to go down, like the video, subscribe, share, whatever you must do. Now, today is going to be a worthy topic for you to share, something that I've always been passionate about, right? Today we will be talking about depression and offing oneself, self-ending or suicide. Now, I don't know how the algorithm will react to this topic, but who cares, right? So I'm not very versed on this topic, but I can give my input because I see that there is actually a dire need, right, for more dialogue with regards to this very serious and detrimental issue to especially our youth and our men, right? So now, depression, right? All right, let's go to suicide definition first. Now it says that this, right? So it says that suicide is death caused by injuring oneself with the intent to die, right? A suicide attempt is when someone harms themselves with an intent to end their life. So an attempt is when it's not successful. A suicide is when it is successful. Now there's another very, very often overlooked part to this: suicide ideation. Now, suicide ideation is when a person is thinking of ending their own life. Now, that is where I personally believe that we really need to put some focus, because, without a thought, then there won't be an action, right? Even before I just moved my hand like this, there had to be a thought of me moving my hand. Even reflex, the body thinks it first, right? In essence, the body thinks it first. So now, suicide ideation, I think, is the crux of, should be in the crosshair of our efforts in stemming this epidemic, right? Because this is epidemic level stuff. Now, to some statistics, in 2020, 45,979 people died by suicide. Now, this is not attempted suicide. Now, we have all the attempts statistics. This is by rate, right? We have all of that, but this is actually successful suicide attempts, or whatever you want to call it. This is one death every 11 minutes. This is in the US. Now, the US is one of the freest, one of the most developed, one of the best countries in the world. Like that, I don't care what anybody wants to say about the US, that is a fact, right? 12.2 million adults seriously thought about suicide. Now, this is suicide ideation. If you notice, the suicide ideation numbers are vastly higher than the people who made plans and who attempted. It is vastly more. So that says one thing, that one, people are actually getting help. So it can be done. And also two, what is happening to people, to our society, that 12.2 million people in the US alone, right, attempt suicide? That is something that is just crazy. Now, for Jamaica, because this hits closer to home, majority of my audience, as small as you are, big up on yourself, are Jamaicans. Now, the Jamaica suicide rate for 2019 was 2.4, right? So now the rate is calculated in a year per 100,000 people, right? So 2.4 to every 100,000 people. That roughly works out to 67 people for the year dying of suicide. Now, we all know Jamaica has a crime problem. People just are killing one another, right? But suicide is not far. Well, to be fair, it is kind of far from murders. But 67 is still too high. And I can guarantee that most of those are men. And I can also guarantee that most of those are young people. Right? There has to be something that we can do, right, to stem this. As I said, pandemic basically. It's an epidemic. It's one of those demics. Right? There are certainly signs that we can see. If you're close to somebody, I've only been acquaintances, let's say, one person that has committed suicide. There was this young lady in my art class in in high school. And first, let me show you this video. Right? So this is drawing made by people with mental illness, and you will see with depression. So let's watch it. Now, that video basically sums up what that young lady used to draw, right? She was an amazing artist. I'm not going to lie. She was really good. And it's always some darkness. There's always a woman being rotting or in a dark place, being chained and all of that stuff, right? And I think we were in grade 10 before we reached grade 11. She committed suicide because there were issues at home with her, right? I'm not going to speculate on the story because I don't know the full details of the story, but there was some problems at home. She couldn't take it anymore. And I got to understand that she actually told somebody that she was going to do it. She was a very jovial, one of the most beautiful young ladies in the high school at that time. And she told somebody that she would, and they didn't believe her because they're saying like she will definitely not do that. I had no idea that she would do something like that because her face when she's at school is always bright. But that's where it ended. Now, as I'm saying this to say that there are signs. When you see somebody depressed, right? Go and talk to that person. When you see somebody whose life is going down a certain path and you know for sure that they're actually reaching out for help, they're coming to you and they're telling you that, say, boy, life is just this, life is just that. You don't know how much an encouraging word can do for that person, right? Jamaicans stigmatize suicide suicide on a whole and suicide ideation, right? Would tend to put down people. We have a certain response that how if you try hurt yourself, but a lot of the times you don't know what is happening in that person's mind. There could be mental illness. Depression is a very real thing. While I believe that everybody can get out of depression, and I'm a very Christian young man, I believe in Christ, and I believe that the only person who can actually save you from this fate is actually Jesus Christ. Right? So, but in Jamaica, we stigmatize suicide ideation, right? And that is just not something that we can continue to do. There has to be something that we do. There are suicide hotline. I will put it down here, the number down here for Jamaica. I will put it here for America. But we must do something. We're losing our young men. We're losing our men in general. We're losing our young ladies. We're losing our women. I mean, look at it. So many things are going against women, right? Including themselves. That is nothing. This blows my mind, to be honest. And I think that we must do something about it. There will be numbers in the description to call if you have these feelings. There will be an American contact. There will also be a Jamaican contact. And just reach out to somebody if you feel a certain way. Anyway, if you're feeling down, just reach out to somebody. I believe that every person has somebody in their life that they can reach out to. If not, I will put my Instagram down below and you can reach out to me, right? I've always had a knack for talking to people who are downtrodden and depressed and all of that. I'll put my Instagram details down there. I won't put my phone number, but I will put my Instagram details down there, and you can just message me and talk about something. Talk to somebody. Go exercise, walk. I'm taking the natural beauty that God has created for us, right? And just try and live. If I can tell you anything at all, it's just try to live. Right? So, don't forget to leave a comment. Tell me what you think about this. Share the video. Like, subscribe so the algorithm can pick it up and boost it. Right? Because this is a help video and I would love to see it go places. On that note, God bless you all and we see you in the next